I'm Sydney Loflin, I'm from Denton, North Carolina, and I'm currently a high school senior dual enrolled in Hope Academy and Davidson Davie Community College. I'm a proud member of High Rock FFA, where I participate in multiple CDEs, LDEs, and leadership development events. Some of those have included the Forestry CDE, the Employment Skills LDE, and the Washington Leadership Conference. This fall, I will be majoring in agricultural education at NC State. Go Pack! And I hope to use that degree in either a classroom or a business setting. When I was little, my family and I would always gather persimmons from the tree in our backyard, and we would make persimmon pulp to use in persimmon puddings. I love persimmon puddings. And eventually, whenever I started FFA, I realized that that could be a great SAE project. So in the fall of the year, I started collecting the persimmons whenever they were ripe. I began washing them, pulping them, and selling persimmon pulp to folks in my community. This is one of the locations where I harvest persimmons. There's a big tree here and several along the tree line. Persimmons are a little different in the sense that you can't pick them off the tree. You have to wait until they fall on the ground, and then you can pick them up and make sure that they're clean and that they're ripe. What really motivated me to start my SAE was seeing the need in my community. A lot of older people that I would talk to would say that they loved persimmon puddings and that they were a reminder of their childhood, but they couldn't make it anymore because they couldn't pulp the persimmons themselves. In response to that need, I started pulping persimmons and selling persimmon pulp. Since then, it's been amazing to see how even the younger generation, the ones who had never even heard of a persimmon before, they're giving it a try. And it's a great honor to be able to share persimmons with the younger generation and with the older generation as well. After harvesting the persimmons, I will go through 2 inspection processes. The first is while I'm still in the field. I'll take the top off of the persimmon, make sure there's no big pieces of dirt. Whenever I get home, I will take that pan, run some water in it, wash them off, and inspect them once more. Then they're ready to be pulped. The greatest challenge I face with my SAE has been simply finding time to make it happen. Persimmons are only ripe late September through November. It's a pretty small window that I have to harvest those persimmons, so I have to make the most of it while I can. I've had to balance my SAE with my school schedule, other activities, and FFA, so it's lots of different things that I'm having to manage at once, but it's all worth it. The next step is actually pulping the persimmons. I use a food mill to separate the persimmon pulp from the seeds. So I'll put the persimmons in, I'll pulp them, get this persimmon pulp, and then I'll pulp it one more time with a different food mill to get out some of the remaining persimmon skin. I've learned countless things through my SAE. One of them would have to be time management skills. Balancing picking up persimmons twice a day with school and other activities, it can be a lot to manage, so I've had to learn how to manage my time well. Another thing I've learned is that sometimes you can be kind of distracted by just getting things done, and you need to really stop and reassess on how you can make a process more efficient. And I've had to do that several times over the years with my SAE. For the bagging process, I will print off labels, put them on plastic bags, and then I will fill up the bags with pulp. I do that very carefully to make sure it's the right amount. Then after that, I'll get all the air bubbles out, seal the bag, I'll freeze this, and then it's ready to be sold. This SAE will help me in my future career because it's taught me how to manage my time, market items to the public, interact with customers, and use social media, which are all skills that I can use in whatever career path I choose. Something that I'd tell students to get them interested in starting an SAE would be to find something that you're already doing, something that you enjoy, and figure out how to turn that into an SAE. For example, for me, I didn't just see a persimmon one day and say, I'm going to start pulping persimmons and sell persimmon pulp. No, pulping persimmons is something that I had done for a long time with my family, and it was something that was already familiar to me. So find something that you enjoy doing, something that you're already familiar with, and turn that into your SAE.